All right. Well, Born isn't torn. Yes, the actor and all-around amazing guy, Matt Damon, is a fan of Edward Snowden. When asked in an interview about the NSA leaker, Damon didn't hold back his praise, calling him a very conscientious guy whose revelations are, quote, pretty incredible and pretty shocking. Exactly what Mike said earlier. Here's some more. Here's some morers.
On balance, I think it's a great thing that he did. If we're going to trade our civil liberties for our security, then that should be a decision that we collectively make. You know, it shouldn't be made for us.
Oh, what? I use the word collectively. Whenever I hear that word, I want to throw up. All right, Mike. Okay, you keep hearing this trading civil liberties for freedom and all that stuff. Yeah. It's such a false choice.
It is. It's such a false choice, isn't it?
It's a false choice.
Oh, wait, but, you know, maybe we do need to look at that.
False Choice was a great Susan Sarandon movie.
Yeah. and by the way, going back to earlier in the show, Huff and Fumes would be a good blog post, wouldn't it?
Ooh.
Yeah. Anyway, no, I don't know that I can actually, now that you played that clip, I don't know that I can actually have a logical conversation about this. And mind you, this is coming from a fellow who I thought he was great in the Bourne movies. I liked a lot of the acting work that he does. Just shut your yap about everything else. Because being an actor, I got news. It can't be that difficult, really. And so it doesn't then give you license to talk about crap you don't know anything about or have never been involved in. Because you were in the Bourne movies doesn't mean that you were actually in the intel community doing operations. They're separate. You're conflating the two, as Andy would say.
All right.
I'm sorry.
It would be the perfect cover, though, when you think
Yes, it is. You know, it would be funny if the Bjorn character was actually, in reality, did I say Bjorn?
Yeah, Bjorn. I don't think anyone from Iceland.
When he played Bjork in the Sugar Cubes, he was also in the CIA, April. Let's face it, Damon is a very good-looking man who's been in some good films. Yes. So why not listen to him?
You know what? I agree with you. And like you guys would never take my opinion on a matter like this.
I would.
And I respect you for that. I'm going to go with you on that one. I totally agree.
I would listen to everything you said intently.
You could give it what I have to say about anything
Seven!
Like that.
We've got our seventh obscenity.
That's not true, because I mean, if you're thoughtful about things, but he started. I thought he was almost going to go into that old chestnut about, you know, giving up your civil liberties for your security, you deserve neither, and you know, they go, okay, great, okay, you read that somewhere.
Right.
What did you say? You wanted to put on your chest?
I take a little bit backwards. If you're thoughtful, if you take the time and you can enunciate what it is that you're talking about and why you support these positions, but just to sit around and say, on the whole, I think it's fantastic what he did.
I'm going to put the safety of our country in the hands of people like you that are educated.
Yes.
You hear that?
You know, Bill, the BBC also asked Matt Damon what he thought of you, and he said he agreed with the general consensus that ideally you should be torn apart by an angry mob, which then feeds you your own body parts until you choke and die on your own flesh.
He said that?
Anything else?
And then you would digest what you've eaten, and then he would make you eat it one more time.
So who's your favorite player? It's so funny the reaction we get when it comes out at certain types of mouths. When Matt Damon
Here comes
says
the smug part.
Yeah,
this is what.
When Matt Damon says this, we all poo-poo it, and actors. But if a certain person who used to work here, whose name rhymes with, say, Glenn Beck said it, it would all be responded with uncomfortable silence and, oh, he made some good points. Moving on.
All right, how much time do I have left here? All right, we got to take a break. You got to come. What I went to you, Andy?
You absolutely did not, sir.
Did I skip you?
Well, that's your point. You absolutely did not, sir.
Me because you know I'm the only one that's going to make any sense on this story. And
What? I have to go.
You're fuming.